Makar in. This is a OU against Kyuutoryuu, and I'm running a dual weather team. I think it's a pretty cool team. Lead Bronzong, lead Arrow. This is a great matchup, especially because he's gonna taunt, and I sash him, and now I want to HP Ice just because I don't really want to go through the game with it. It would be 4 gyro balls. I'd rather have 6. Also, if he switched, it would probably be something that wouldn't take HP Ice as well as gyro ball. Now comes Vaporeon, and I switch because I want to rapid spin as soon as possible. I want to make sure the Arrow went down for absolutely nothing. But he is going to switch to Gengar, so I'm going to switch right back out to Bronzong when Gengar comes in, because I know that nothing's going to 2-KO Bronzong. I don't even think HP Fire would. But he does miss a Focus Blast, so that kind of changes things, but it also kind of doesn't. You'll probably be able to figure out what would have changed. I do get rocks up there, always nice, and go right back into Starmie, and I recover here. I don't know why, but whatever. I should have Toxic or Spun, whatever. I go for a spin then, and he does make the right play and switch. Bronzong's still at full health, so go to him to take a Shadow Ball, and yeah, I'm right. He's not 2-KO'd, so I'll go ahead and try to Gyro Ball and kill him, but he is going to switch out, obviously. And he goes right to Vaporeon. So I'm going to go to Starmie one more time, and this time Bronzong can't survive 2 hits from Gengar. So this time with Starmie, I do want to predict his Gengar, and the plan is Surf it, have it, take Stealth Rock, take Surf damage, and then this one's max defense, I think, which is dumb. I've changed it since, but it is max defense, so I can't outspeed into a KO. But the plan is Surf, and then switch in Hippowdon for Life Orb and Sandstorm, and it looks like it's gonna work. It looks like Life Orb and Sandstorm, combined will 2-KO, or will finish Gengar off from here. And I'm right, Gengar goes down, so now it's just a matter of what do I need to do to get a spin up. He sends in Wheezing, and I don't want to get burned, so I'm going to send in Starmie to absorb a burn, but oh right, he's gonna T-Bolt the switch, and I play it kind of like a novice. I see T-Bolt, and I see it, do more than half, so I don't want to recover. I guess Sandstorm was up, but at the same time, I could have gained HP from recovering, and eventually I could have gotten a rapid spin-off. But, it's not a big deal. Starmie is low on health, though, so I'm kind of worried about that. And I go to Gardevoir because I really want that thing burned, because I really don't have much for it, aside from switching around and getting rain set up and then killing it, and it's just gonna take a long time, and stuff's gonna get burned. I don't know if I want to do that, so I do get a burn, and he stays with T-Bolt. I'm not sure why. I believe I protect here, and I have full intention of switching out next turn. But I believe he switches out anyway. Yep, and Do I go to Starmie? I definitely should. I might protect, get it to Gardevoir. The better play is Starmie, but I think I stay in and protect. But see, if I got it to Starmie, then I could just rapid spin right there, maybe Toxic if I want, and I'd be good to go. I could start playing the game like I wanted to instead of worrying about spinning. But I do let Gardevoir get the wish. Also, Starmie would have absorbed the Toxic because of Natural Cure. But, he does Toxic the Starmie switch, and, you know, it's going to be nitpicky, but I can get a little bit of HP back. But Sandstorm and Toxic, obviously, it's not going to be a healthy gain much, especially because he's going to stay in and Surf, which is definitely the right play. And I was actually a little worried when he stayed in for the first Surf, because I thought if he stayed in for another, he might KO, but you'll see what happens. See, with Surf only does 60 damage, but with Sandstorm canceling out my lefties and with Toxic building up every turn, I end up only gaining 40 HP, and so next turn I would only gain I would only get to 150, I think, after a recover. So I do decide to Rapid Spin, and he goes into a Dragonite. So I figure if it's not leftovers, it's Life Orb, it's mixed. If it is leftovers, it's Dragonites, and I see leftovers. So I'm gonna go to Bronzong, because almost every Dragonite with leftovers and Dragon Dance has Dragon Claw or Outrage and Earthquake, or maybe it doesn't have another attacking move, like Heal Bell or something. So go to Bronzong. Did he set up Light Screen there? I think. What did he do? Well, he sets up Light Screen later. Sorry for spoiling that. And I thought that was pretty interesting, but no, he must not have, because I went for HP. Goes into Wheezing, and I figure he'll want a Pain Split, but do I go to Starmie? Oh, I go to Gardevoir. Okay. It does Pain Split. I kind of want to protect a couple times, just get him worn down a little bit with Burn, and then hopefully a T-Bolt can finish him off. I'm expecting T-Bolt to do around a third, so that's obviously not going to be quite close enough. And Vaporeon right back in. I'm still really reluctant to let Gardevoir get Toxic, so I go out to Starmie just one more time, and he actually might have KO'd with Surf and Sandstorm damage. It might have been close. But Starmie has to recover, obviously. As much as I want to get him Toxic, I have to keep Starmie alive first and foremost. That's first priority. Rapid Spinning was second priority, which I got that done, obviously. So now I can Toxic as soon as I get Starmie healthy, and this isn't going to be the turn because I'm at 160, so I'm going to start switching around, I believe, just to Gardevoir and back, so that I can Water Absorb, hopefully. I can, the full intention here was switching to Gardevoir and switching right back. That's completely what I intended to do. I wanted to switch between Starmie and Gardevoir and recover with Starmie until Starmie was at high enough health to Toxic. But since he switched, stuff changes. I'm going to go for a Will-O-Wisp, and he sets up Light Screen, which is obviously very strange. I've never seen it, but it does kind of make sense if you want to get as many DDs as possible. Yeah, I wish just to heal Gardevoir, and I'm going to T-Bolt this turn, which is kind of silly, but I figured in the off chance that he doesn't use Roost, like maybe because he has Light Screen over Roost, so that's why I T-Bolted. I ended up doing like 12 points of damage, but if he hadn't Roosted, it would have been like 30, 35, and I think coupled with Sandstorm and Burn damage, that would have KO'd, but Burn damage alone definitely would not have. So, not a bad play in my opinion. I'm not that threatened by this Dragonite. And now I just go to Bronzong. He keeps dancing, and since Light Screen is up, and since Dragonite's special defense is naturally higher than his defense. Also, I have some attack EVs. I decided Gyro Ball, and that's going to do a nice chunk of damage. I was expecting a ton of physical bulk as soon as I saw Light Screen, but fortunately that's not the case. He's probably more specially bulky, maybe some speed, attack, but probably max HP. He switches out, obviously, and I went for HP Ice, and I think that's going to hit Weezing a little better, but I'm not positive. I believe I make a somewhat risky switch into Starmie here. I do, and he Pain Splits, so obviously that's a lot better for me because now I can KO with Surf, but I am going to try to recover, just in case he wants to save Weezing for fodder, go to Vaporeon. I am going to try to recover, but he does T-Bolt, and you're going to see why that's kind of crucial, that he stayed in for T-Bolt. Weezing's gonna die to, what is it, Sandstorm? No, it's gonna die to Burn. But what comes in next is gonna be a problem. It's a Dugtrio, and I was kind of worried because, you know, if that's going against me, I have Choice Band and Kabutops. I have Kingdra. They don't want to deal with Dugtrio, but I guess I could go to Gardevoir, trap it, and burn it. That's the plan. I just switched to make sure it wasn't was it Sandvale maybe, or whatever the other one is, just in case he had the wrong ability on there. But he isn't. He's Arena Trap. So finishes off Starmie. I don't even know if that would have 2-hit KO'd from full health. Starmie's mech defense, but obviously, as you can see, it didn't really change much. It just made me not able to 2-hit KO Gengar earlier. Whew. So I burned Dugtrio, but it's gonna be able to 2-hit KO Gardevoir with even after burn. So very unfortunate, obviously, as Gardevoir was kind of awesome in this battle. But alas, it's not that big a deal. I go to Kingdra first, and I should have depulsed because I knew Vaporeon was coming in, but I set up Rain, and that was so stupid. I could have lost the game here. I could have lost the game right there. I was actually very worried about Vaporeon stalling me out. I thought it was going to happen as soon as I did this. I realized Rain Dance is wrong because Kingdra outspeeds Vaporeon. That's all I'm worried about. If he switched Dragonite into a Depulse, it dies. If he stays in with Dugtrio, it dies. So I don't Depulse, so that doesn't get some damage off, and furthermore, he doesn't get Sandstorm damage, so he gets lefties. And then I fail to one-hit KO from there with Draco Meteor, but he Toxics. So at this point, it's just a huge mess. We're both kind of making dumb plays, but I did give him a chance to win it, but he isn't going to be able to take it since he Toxic. If he wished, honestly, Vaporeon might have stalled out my entire team. Fortunately, though, that is not the case. He's going to switch to Dugtrio just to get that special attack drop once again, and now it's 5. Let's see. I lost Gardevoir. I lost Starmie 4-2. He has Vaporeon at low health. He has Dragonite at low health. So this game's pretty much over. I am going to switch to Kabutops just to show him my 6th, because I think Kabutops is like a really good match for this team, because if Sand is up, he gets a special defense boost, and if Rain is up, obviously he has 500 plus speed. So just a neat little thing that I decided to pull. But I'm gonna finish off Starmie first. I don't want to let it get a wish up if I switch to Kabutops, but next turn I'm gonna switch to Kabutops and end the game. this was one heck of a battle. We had a rematch, and that wasn't quite as good, but it was a great battle. So thanks for playing, Kyuutoryuu. I had a ton of fun. I loved this team, and I guess I'll see you guys later. Oh, I missed Stone Edge. Whatever, it's over. Come on, end it. And there we go. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Makar out.